Sometimes in life things go wrong even when we're doing our best. We try to be good, we try to stay strong, but still, something unexpected happens, something that breaks us. Maybe you felt that before. Maybe you're feeling it right now. The pain, the confusion, the silence. You start to wonder, why is this happening to me? Is there a reason behind all this? Does God really have a plan for someone like me? This story is for people who have asked those questions. It's about a young boy who lost everything, and how slowly his life changed in a way he never expected. Here on Master English Stories, we share real stories in simple English. Stories that help you learn, and stories that help you heal. Because sometimes one story can change the way you see your own life. So sit back, listen closely, and remember, no matter where you are in your journey, God has a plan for you. In a small town surrounded by hills and olive trees, there lived a boy named Adam. He was quiet, kind, and full of questions. From a young age, Adam wondered why life felt so unfair sometimes. His father was a farmer, his mother a teacher, and they worked hard every day. Still, the family barely had enough to get by. Adam would often climb to the top of the tallest hill, sit on a flat rock, and stare at the sky. He would whisper, "God, do you see me? Do you have a plan for me too?" One day something terrible happened. A storm hit the village. It rained for 3 days, and on the third night a great flood came. Their small house, their farm, even the school where Adam's mother taught, all gone in muddy water. The family lost everything. Adam's father, once strong and proud, became quiet. His mother cried often when she thought no one could see. Adam tried to stay strong for them, but inside he felt broken. "Why, God?" he asked at night. "Why did you let this happen?" Weeks passed, and the family moved into a crowded shelter. One morning, a kind man from a nearby city visited the shelter. He wore simple clothes, but his eyes were full of light. "My name is Yusuf," he said. "I run a school for young people who have been through hardship. We help them learn, grow, and find their place in the world. Would you like to come?" Adam's parents agreed. With nothing left in their village, they believed maybe this was a sign. Adam packed his small bag, just 2 shirts, a notebook, and a photo of his family. He looked back at the hills one last time before boarding the bus. At Yusuf's school, things were not easy. The other students had also suffered. Some lost their parents. Others had escaped war. Adam felt small among them, like his pain wasn't enough. But Yusuf always smiled and said, "You are here for a reason. God has a plan for you." Months passed. Adam studied hard. He read books about science, history, and people who changed the world. One day, he read about a man named Thomas Edison. He had failed hundreds of times before creating the light bulb. Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That quote stayed with Adam. In class, he grew curious about how things worked: radios, machines, even how water flowed through pipes. Yusuf noticed and gave him extra books about engineering. Adam didn't sleep much anymore, not because he was sad, but because he was excited to learn. Years passed. Adam became one of the top students in the region. A kind professor from the city university heard about the boy from the flood and came to visit. "Would you like to study with us?" the professor asked. "We'll cover your costs. Someone like you can help build the future." Adam cried that night, not from sadness, but from the weight of a question that had followed him for years. He looked at the sky from the dormitory roof and whispered, "You really do have a plan, don't you?" But life wasn't done testing him. In his second year of university, Adam received a phone call. His father had fallen sick. The doctor said it was serious. He needed to go back home. He took the first bus and sat beside his father's bed. The old man smiled faintly. "Son," he said, "I may not see where you're going, but I know God does. Never stop believing." Adam stayed with his father until the end. The loss was heavy, but this time he didn't question it. Instead, he whispered, "Your plan is bigger than my pain." He returned to the university with more fire in his heart. He finished his degree and became an engineer, but he didn't take a job in the city. He returned to his town, the one destroyed by flood years ago. He helped rebuild it. He created a water system to stop future floods, built stronger homes, and even started a small school, just like Yusuf had done. Years later, a young girl in that school asked him, "Sir, why did you come back here? You could have lived anywhere." Adam smiled and said, "Because once I asked God if he had a plan for me. I didn't understand the answer then, but now I do." He pointed at the hills and added, "Sometimes God doesn't answer us with words. He answers with time." The school Adam built was small at first, only 2 rooms and 10 students. But word spread. People in nearby villages heard about the boy who had returned, the boy who once lost everything, but now gave everything. Parents walked miles just to enroll their children. Children who had never dreamed of going to school now carried books in their arms and hope in their hearts. One morning, as Adam stood outside the classroom, watching the children laugh and play, an old man approached him. His beard was white and his back was bent, but his eyes sparkled with youth. "Are you the engineer who built this school?" he asked. "Yes," Adam replied with a smile. "I have something for you," the man said. From his pocket he pulled out a tiny, worn book, a journal, old and faded. "This was my grandson's. He died in the flood many years ago. He always believed his life had a purpose. I see that same fire in your eyes." Adam held the book with care. Inside were drawings of homes, of machines and dreams. One page had a quote, "Even in the storm, I believe God has a plan for me." Tears filled Adam's eyes. He hugged the old man and said, "He was right. He truly was right." Years passed. Adam's village became a model for others. People came to study how it had transformed. Clean water, safe homes, good education, all because one boy once believed in something bigger than himself. Or perhaps because someone believed in him. But success never made Adam proud. He stayed simple, still walked to school, still helped plant trees, still sat under the sky and whispered his thanks. One winter evening, Adam received an unexpected letter. It was from Yusuf, the man who had once invited him to his school years ago. "Dear Adam, I've followed your journey with pride. You remind me why I started that school. My health is fading, and I don't have much time left, but before I go, I want you to know something. You were always part of the plan, not just God's, but mine. When I saw you that day, broken yet brave, I knew. I saw a seed, and now I see the tree. Keep growing, keep helping others grow. God bless you always. Yusuf." Adam stared at the letter for a long time. Then he got up, walked outside, and looked at the stars. He didn't need to say anything. His silence was a prayer. More years passed. One of Adam's students, a shy boy named Kareem, reminded him of himself. Kareem had lost his parents in a fire. He didn't speak much, but he listened closely. Adam took special care of him. He gave him books, tools, and once even took him to the city for a science fair. Kareem won first prize, a small trophy with his name. Later that night, Kareem asked, "Sir, why do you help me so much?" Adam replied, "Because once someone helped me, and before him someone else. That's how the plan works. We don't always know it, but we're all part of something bigger." Kareem nodded, not fully understanding, but deep inside something lit up. One day a journalist came to the village. She was writing a story called "The Boy Who Rebuilt a Village." She interviewed Adam, took photos, and asked many questions. "Do you believe everything that happened to you, the flood, the loss, the struggle, was meant to happen?" she asked. Adam smiled. "No," he said. "I don't think pain is meant to happen, but I do believe that good can grow from pain. That's what faith is." She paused. "Do you believe God really has a plan for everyone?" Adam looked at the sky again, just like he used to on the hill as a child. "Yes," he said, "even when we can't see it, especially then." Her article went viral. People all over the country read about Adam and his village. Donations poured in. New classrooms were built. Roads were fixed. A health clinic opened. Adam never asked for fame, but when it came, he used it not for himself, but for others. One of his quotes became famous. "If you feel lost, remember maps are made by those who once wandered too." Then came a new storm, not rain, but illness. Adam fell sick. The doctors in the city said it was serious. Some feared he wouldn't recover. The village grew quiet. The school paused. People prayed. Kareem, now a teenager, sat beside Adam's hospital bed. "Please don't leave us," he whispered. Adam, weak but smiling, said, "Kareem, do you know the most beautiful part of God's plan?" "What?" Kareem asked. "It continues through others, through you." Kareem held his teacher's hand tightly. Days later, Adam woke stronger. The doctors called it a miracle, but Adam simply called it grace. Many years later, Adam, now old with silver in his beard, sat on the same hill where it all began. Children played around him. One of them asked, "Uncle Adam, did you always know what your life would become?" He laughed softly. "Not at all. In fact, there were times I thought I had no future." "Then how did you keep going?" the boy asked. Adam looked at the sunset and replied, "Because I believed there was someone who saw more than I did." The boy tilted his head. "Like who?" "Like God," Adam said. "And you know what? He has a plan for you too." The wind blew gently, like an answer whispered from the heavens. And in that moment, Adam felt it again. Sometimes we don't see the full picture until much later. The pain, the waiting, the moments that didn't make sense. They were all part of something bigger. Adam's story is just one example. But maybe your story is also unfolding in a way you don't understand yet. So if life feels confusing right now, don't give up. Keep going. Keep believing. Because like Adam, you might look back one day and realize God always had a plan for you. Thanks for watching this story on Master English Stories. We'll see you in the next one.